Except where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts. Another reason why I train in martial arts is to create a training environment where people don't have to put up with somebody abusing them in order to learn. This is from BethesdaMagazine.com, an article from 2017 of a karate instructor accused of sexually abusing a girl. Okay. I want to read what one person has down here who calls herself TKD victim. So I'm assuming they taught Taekwondo, but you know, people just calling it karate. TKD victim wrote, "My TKD coach used to grab my breast and butt. At first I was so shocked I pretended it didn't happen, but he did it again several times. Not as obvious as the first time. I tried to avoid him. I know people will ask why I didn't leave, but he was one of the top coaches in the USA and in my hometown of Rockville. Other TKD instructors won't teach females or allow females to compete. Later, 2 girls accused him of rape. His wife would complain all the time about the lack of attention when she saw him massaging girls and wrapping his legs around them. He fled to Egypt, I think, and has taught rape defense. A lot of men saw what he did. I bumped into a former student, and he asked me, what kind of instructing requires an instructor to grab a girl's a star. Even the chief of police was a student. Girls and women are not supported. So many lives ruined. There are few female instructors due to the rampant sexism." Now, first thing I want to say is I don't want anybody to think that I'm going to be picking on this person or that I'm mad at her for what I'm going to say in my second part, okay? Because that's not the case at all. Nobody should have to tolerate this in order to learn a martial art. Please, people, don't feel like you have to put up with this just to learn a martial art. You don't have to put up with somebody feeling on you like that in order to learn. That's totally unacceptable. That it's not tolerable, man. It should not be tolerated at all. You don't have to put up with that to learn. You don't have to put up with that to learn how to play a game. Because remember, combat sports are games. And even if you're doing it for the martial and the artistic aspect, you don't have to put up with that to learn a martial art. That's not part of anybody's required curriculum anywhere that I've ever been. So if you see somebody doing something like that, say something. Say something to them, say something to other people. If you can't get people to just come on board with the concerns that you have, you might want to leave that organization. If you see anything criminal, report it to the police. There are plenty of people that are more than willing to train you without having to abuse you like that. Now, one thing I do want to say something about, though, is her saying there are few female instructors due to rampant sexism. I haven't trained all over the world. I've trained pretty much all over the DC area. And in my opinion, there's really not rampant sexism in the DC area when it comes to martial arts. Because I've trained with women who are black belts. And I've trained with men who are black belts and been trained by men and women who are black belts. If there are fewer female competitors, it's probably because in this area, it's probably because there are fewer females competing. Now, I do know from my own teaching that when my daughter was helping me teach my classes and when she was in my classes, I had more female students. And I didn't change the way I did anything from when she was there to when she left. I trained everybody just like I trained my own kids, including her. And I will say this. I have noticed that there are girls and women who do not feel comfortable training with the male instructor. They probably don't feel comfortable training with the big black male instructor like myself. I submit to you, girls and women, that you've got to look beyond the appearance of the person and just think about the quality of the instruction. If you judge a martial arts instructor just based on how they look, there's nobody that's going to satisfy you unless they look absolutely perfect or they fit whatever fantasies that you have. Okay? I've seen instructors who look all kinds of ways, tall, short, big, small, old, young, whatever. It has nothing to do with the way they look, male, female. Even regardless of their sexual orientation. It's all about how they get along with you and how well they're willing to teach you the martial arts and share what they know. Okay? And a lot of us male instructors, we really like to have female students because we want to protect women from bad guys. So we can do that by teaching a woman to protect herself from bad guys. And a lot of us now, well, I can speak for myself. Now I really appreciate having male students so that I can teach them how to protect themselves from women that might want to fight them, but you know, they have to fight back, but they're not allowed to just roundhouse kick a female in the head like they could to a guy. So they need other alternative techniques that they can use. So I'm up for teaching male, female, old, young, black, white, whatever. Okay? So in this area anyway, there actually are quite a few female instructors. There are women that teach. There was a woman, I didn't get her name, but she's teaching Japanese karate in the center of the county, I think. No, she's more in the southern region, but not quite south. And they said she has a lineage with a teacher from out in California. But anyway, so please, I know there are creepy guys abusing people in the martial arts, and we need to get rid of them. But there are also creepy women abusing people in martial arts, and we need to get rid of them. Please, girls, women, don't not do martial arts just because of some creep. There are plenty of people out there who are more than happy to work with you that are not going to do anything to you. And guys, I really think more guys need to take martial arts because one, we can keep predatory males and females in check. And two, hopefully you can learn to defend yourself not just from the bad guys, but from some of the bad women, but without killing them. Okay? Because some people out there are just misguided. And they hit you, you hit them back, but you hit with twice as much force as they do. You know, you just haul off and crack them, they're going to end up in the hospital. And even if you don't face charges, you're probably going to feel kind of guilty about that because of the strength differential. So I'm going to put a link to this article below. Please, thank you for listening to this video. If you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe. And well, one more thing I want to bring up from TKD victim here. He used to massage young girls without their shirts, and that doesn't need to happen. The coach should not be massaging anybody. If anything, the only type of touching he should do should be to help you learn a technique if you're just not getting it with the words or with the visual. Okay? And if he's sparring with you or, you know, grappling with you. And if they hit you on a pressure point and they need to do the counter healing taps and rubs to revive you or get rid of the pain. That is it. Peace.